The Himalayas, a name that feels heavy, sacred, untouchable. It's not just a place, it's a world above the world. Towering peaks that pierce the clouds, valleys so deep they never see sunlight, winds so sharp they could slice through bone, and silence. So still, it humbles everything. This is a place where humans struggle to breathe. And yet, life not only exists here, it flourishes. But not the kind of life you see every day. These animals are forged in frost, born in thin air, and built to survive what would kill most species in minutes. Today, we uncover the astonishing lives of Himalayan wildlife. Not just survivors, but masters of extreme survival. These are their secrets. The Himalayas, the roof of the world. Spanning over 1,500 miles, the Himalayas rise like a jagged wall between the Indian subcontinent and the Tibetan plateau. They touch 5 countries: India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, and Pakistan. Home to over 50 million people and more than 10,000 species. It holds Earth's tallest mountain, Mount Everest, at 29,032 feet. But it's not just the height that makes it deadly. Temperatures drop below -40 degrees Celsius. Avalanches wipe out entire slopes. Snowstorms appear out of nowhere. The oxygen up here is so thin that even breathing feels like a workout. Yet every day, in this cold and cruel terrain, life goes on. Because nature adapts, and nowhere is that more beautifully brutal than here. The snow leopard, ghost of the mountains. You may never see one in real life. Even locals call it the ghost of the mountains. The snow leopard is a master of stealth. Its gray spotted coat blends perfectly into the rocky snow. It's so elusive. Even seasoned trackers go years without catching a glimpse. But hidden in the silence, it rules the cliffs. Its lungs are made for low oxygen. Its wide paws act like snowshoes. Its long tail, thicker than most ropes, keeps it balanced on near vertical slopes. And when it hunts, it doesn't chase. It waits, watches, plans, and then pounces with shocking force, often leaping over 40 feet in one bound. Its prey? Mostly blue sheep and ibex, but sometimes marmots, birds, or even wild goats. And yet, despite its power, the snow leopard is on the edge of extinction. Only a few thousand remain in the wild. We may never fully know its world. But in the high Himalayas, it walks as a silent king. The Himalayan Monal, fire in the fog. In a world of white and gray, the Himalayan Monal appears like a burst of color. Blues, greens, purples, copper, feathers that look like molten metal under sunlight. It's the national bird of Nepal, called defy locally. But don't let its beauty distract you. This bird is a survivor. It lives at 10,000 to 14,000 feet, digs through frost to find roots and insects, and survives temperatures that would freeze most birds mid-flight. During brutal winters, it burrows into the snow, sheltering from the wind. It sings into the fog, calling to mates and marking its territory. The Himalayan Monal isn't just decoration, it's determination, dressed in fire. The Takin, the golden tank. If you've never heard of a Takin, you're not alone. But once you see one, you'll never forget it. It looks like a cow, or a moose, or maybe a goat. Truth is, it's a mix of everything. Golden fur, broad shoulders, a thick neck like a wrestler. But this isn't a clumsy animal. Takins can climb mountainsides like goats and survive in snowstorms like polar bears. Their oily, waterproof skin keeps out rain and snow. And when the cold bites hardest, herds gather and huddle, sharing body heat, surviving together. In Bhutan, the Takin is sacred, a symbol of weirdness, strength, and mystery. And in the wild, it's a beast built for blizzards. The Himalayan marmot, deep freeze specialist, at over 13,000 feet, where hardly any trees grow, lives the Himalayan marmot. Chubby, furry, cute, but also unbelievably tough. These animals spend half their lives underground. Why? Because when winter arrives, they hibernate. Not just a nap, a full biological shutdown. Their body temperature drops close to freezing. Heartbeat slows to just a few beats per minute. Breathing? Almost none. They sleep for 6 to 8 months straight, wrapped in burrows lined with grass. No food, no water, no movement. And then spring returns, and they wake as if nothing happened. Imagine turning yourself into a living ice cube and surviving. That's the marmot's superpower. The red panda, vanishing shadow of the trees. It's tiny, it's fuzzy, and it's disappearing fast. The red panda is one of the most loved but least understood animals in the Himalayas. It isn't related to the giant panda. In fact, it's closer to raccoons. It lives in trees, curling its bushy tail around itself for warmth. It feeds mostly on bamboo, but will snack on eggs, berries, or insects when needed. Red pandas are solitary and shy. You won't hear them roar or chase. They survive by staying invisible. But today their numbers are dropping because of habitat loss, hunting, and deforestation. They've been hiding from predators for centuries. Now, they're hiding from us. The yak, engine of the highlands. Yaks are the trucks of the Himalayas. They carry supplies across frozen passes, provide milk and meat to villagers, and survive where no cow ever could. Their thick wool is warmer than most jackets. Their blood is rich in oxygen-carrying cells. Their massive lungs breathe easy where humans wheeze and faint. Even baby yaks are born ready, walking within hours, climbing within days. No Himalayan village can function without them. No mountain pass can be crossed without their strength. The yak isn't just tough, it's essential. Other strange survivors. There's the Tibetan fox, with a square face and eyes that look like it's judging your entire life. There's the Himalayan jumping spider, living higher than any other creature, hiding in cracks and feeding on wind-blown bugs at 22,000 feet. And then there's the ice beetle, an insect that lets itself freeze solid, then thaws and walks again. Each one strange, each one smart, each one designed by time to thrive in the impossible. The final challenge, breathing itself. Let's pause for a moment. At 15,000 feet above sea level, oxygen levels are dangerously low. For most animals, this means death. For Himalayan wildlife, it's just Tuesday. How? They evolve. They grow larger hearts, stronger lungs, more red blood cells. They breathe slower, but deeper. Their blood captures every molecule of oxygen like it's gold. Even their muscles adapt, storing energy for sudden movement, even when air is thin. Here, just breathing is a skill, a secret weapon, a daily challenge met with silent mastery. Nature's hardest lesson. What do these animals teach us? That strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it waits. Sometimes it sleeps through the storm. Sometimes it walks alone in silence and survives where no one else can. The Himalayas are harsh, unforgiving, beautiful, and alive. Above the clouds, beyond the cold, past the pain, there is life. And that life, it's brave. It's built different. And it reminds us that survival isn't about fighting hardest. It's about adapting fastest. That's the secret of the Himalayas, and that's the legacy of its wildlife.